Hey everybody, hey internet people, and happy Thanksgiving. I have a very small kitchen with very little room, but I thought I would just show one thing at a time, maybe, that I'm doing for Thanksgiving. So today, I have a ham that I just picked up this morning. I'm gonna try to put it in this crock pot, but as you can see, the crock pot is a little bit, small because it's just the two of us, so I might not be able to fit the entire ham in the crock pot. So what we're gonna have to do is actually I have some pineapple that we're gonna put on there, and in the background you can see potatoes and sweet potatoes, so I'm gonna try to boil those as well today. Maybe make a small little turkey in the oven, not turkey but turkey breast, because I still have my whole turkey in the freezer for Christmas. And then we're going to make this glaze. It says put a teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons of water, and then stir in all of this glaze mix. And then you're going to heat it for about 10 minutes in a little saucepan until it is bubbling, and then you can put it all over the ham. So what we're going to do is try to cut this ham down and then get it into the crock pot thing. And I just basically, I have a lot of things to do today, but even if you have a tiny kitchen, you can still get it done. You could roast this ham in the oven, but say you have a crock pot, you could just use your crock pot and it would totally work out, because like then that's one more area in the oven that you can basically have, so you don't have to worry about that. So we're gonna try putting those 1.5 teaspoons of water and the glaze and start that bubbling. Okay, and as I just realized, there's no way in God's green earth that I'm gonna get this ham in here, because the lid has to cover it and it's not gonna cover it. I probably should have, oh, I just flung something. So I probably should have saw that before, but I really thought I could cut part of it off and get it in here, but it's not working. So I think I had a bigger crock pot last time, crock pot. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get a pan, plan 2, and I'm going to basically put the ham in a baking dish, and we're gonna glaze it and do everything and put it in the oven. Okay, and after much wrestling, we got the ham in 2 different dishes because it's pretty big. So actually, I believe this was the only kind of size of ham they had left. So this will make a lot of nice split pea soup and some other things that you can make with ham. So that'll be really good. So now we can make the glaze. Basically, you put a teaspoon and a half of water, which I already did. And then we're going to put the glaze packet in. Okay, so I'm pouring this glaze packet in here. And there's a lot of powder and not a lot of water. So I'm going to move that to the only burner that actually works in my kitchen. And put that on medium. And then we're just going to stir that for 10 minutes until this turns into a glaze. Until it bubbles. Great, so our glaze is at a boil, and we just put the timer on for 10 minutes. So we're gonna wait for 10 minutes. I'm probably gonna put that on a little lower so it doesn't boil over. Okay, well that's boiling, which it kind of stopped boiling for a little bit, so I'm trying to turn the heat back up a little bit. Okay, there we go. So it's boiling. What I did is I have some cherry preserves and I actually ordered cherries from the store, but I guess they gave me cherry preserves. So I have got some pineapples. So I realized that last time I did this with Luke's grandma, who's a sweetheart and probably my favorite person so far to cook with. She actually put toothpicks so these would stay, but what she did was put pineapples over the ham, so it looked really pretty, and then put cherries in the center. So yeah, Luke's grandma is one of the sweetest people that I know, and, besides Luke, actually. So I don't really know how this is gonna stay on, but we've got our pineapple here, and I ordered more pineapple rings, but they didn't really, all of them didn't come. Alright, so I don't know, I'll just put a pineapple on here or another one on this side or something. Alright, and then, so we've got our pineapple At least we have it over here. And sorry, excuse the mess on my counter. I'm just kind of winging this. I don't know, this house is lived in. I have very little room to cook, so I'm just doing the best I can today. And I always end up splattering things over my stove. So, I'm gonna try to put the cherries on, but these are actually cherry preserves, not actual whole cherries, which I kind of wanted whole cherries. So we'll see what happens. Okay, let's go for it. So if you were actually using toothpicks, you would like toothpick that in there. Actually, I think we have to glaze this first now that I'm thinking of it. So that's all right. That'll be our beginning. That'll be our, yeah, that's our beginning, we'll try that next time when we actually have the glaze done. So in 4 minutes, we'll have the glaze. So then we'll put the pineapples back on there. Oops. Well, I won't put that back in there, but there we go. Alright, so we'll wait until we have the glaze done. And then I don't really have a pastry brush or anything with me. I probably have it in my toolkit, which is down in the basement. So I will just be putting this glaze on with a spoon as best I can. Alright, so my glaze is done. It's been cooking for 10 minutes. I am just literally going to pour it a little bit over the ham. Oop, whoa. And then we're going to spread it out with a spoon. So I'm just going to drizzle it over the ham. And I'm going to get the rest out with a spoon. Okay, so as you can see, this didn't work out that well for me. Luke's grandma's much better at actually glazing the ham. We actually did something, I did this with her in a similar way. I don't know if it was because I cut the meat up a little bit, or if I separated the glaze between two different plates, but it kind of hardened really quick. So this is like very hard, like you just broke it. So the glaze kind of hardened over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own kind of glaze that will cover the rest of it. So I just have some water and some brown sugar, and I'm just going to heat it. It's not really going to be as amazing maybe as that kind of glaze, but hopefully it will melt the glaze that I already made and kind of meld the two together. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, so while I'm cooking the second kind of glazy, substance, and yes, I've got my bread over there. I've got a lot of stuff kind of piled up because I had to get so much food for Thanksgiving, so I don't have a lot of room. Once I'm cooking my second glaze, which is kind of boiling over there, I'm going to cut a couple slits in this pie. Oh, this is going to be difficult. It's hard to cut it while it's frozen. And this is like a Sara Lee frozen pie. But I hope in the future to make some homemade ones. But honestly, even if you know how to make it... Oh, my goodness. Even if you know how to make it, it still is kind of more time consuming to make everything from scratch. So even if you know how to make the pie, sometimes it's better to just get some frozen items for Thanksgiving. Alright, so we've got that pie. We're going to put that in, and we're going to have one more pie. So we'll have those cooking while we do our ham. That way, we'll have it out of the way. We can just reheat the pie at the end of the day after that. So, okay. Okay, so I poured a little bit of my makeshift glaze over it. It didn't glaze it that well, but I feel like it kind of melted some of the glaze here. I'll show you guys again because I'm making a little bit more of it. And then now what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of turkey stock, because Luke is allergic to chicken, or you can probably use some other kind of stock, but since it's Thanksgiving, just pour a little bit in the base here. And then some of the ham will make its own juices as well, but it's always good to have a little bit of water in the base of it. That way it doesn't get too dry. All right, so we're going to try the glaze in just a minute again. Okay, and since I'm kind of have other things that I have to do, this is good enough. So I'm going to turn off the heat and we're just going to pour the rest kind of over the ham so you can kind of see. So hopefully that'll soften the glaze that's there. It's not really glazing it, but it's getting a little brown sugar flavoring on the ham. Get it on the back here. I didn't get it last time, and a little bit over here. Whoop. So, just nice brown sugary taste. And now, I kind of forgot, we actually have to put this, oh, that's right. We're going to put the pineapples on it and then put it in the oven. All right, so as you can see, we've got the ham in here. We had to put the pie on a lower rack. I'm not sure if I'll be able to fit my little pie, my little ham dish over here in there, just because it was kind of, well, I'll have to make sure it doesn't drip over the side at all, because it could affect the oven. So, we're gonna put some tin foil over this. We have a few pieces of pineapple and makeshift cherries, and we're gonna put some tin foil over it and put it in for the time that says on the package. And then we're going to move on to our next thing that we need to do for Thanksgiving. Okay, I don't know how this happened, but it's 10 pounds actually of ham. So I think they gave us one that was on sale or something that was 10 pounds, because this is huge. I cannot believe it would not fit in my crock pot. So it says $3.25, 12 to 15 minutes per pound. So 10 pounds, that's going to be, oh my gosh, a half an hour for 2 pounds, so oh my gosh, and then so that would be 2.5 hours basically. Wow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put that on 200 and instead of 325, we're gonna put it on 350 degrees. And because the pie is in there and that's supposed to be 400, so hopefully it'll even out a little bit. I'm not worried about making it perfect, because I don't feel like cooking ever can be perfect. You just have to do the best you can. So, okay. So yeah, we're going to move this. Is at 400 degrees right now. We're going to move this down to 325. Okay, 325, and actually, we're going to move it to 350, and then we're going to put it on for 2.5 hours. 2 hours and 30 minutes. And our pie will be done after it says 1 hour and 45 minutes left, because our pie is 45 minutes. So, yeah. All right. I don't know if this will be the end of the vlog, because I don't know if I'll end up doing these in parts or what. So this is part 1, making the ham and pie, and maybe we'll do part 2 next time as I cook something else. All right, well, have a great Thanksgiving, everyone. God bless and happy gaming. See ya.